We do have some new stuff to show you, but I want to talk about how things have held up long term since last year's tour. I don't think people talk about this enough, so I'll go over how the Samsung appliances have been performing in the last 2 years. But first, I want to talk about an update to our smart lighting from the channel sponsor Legrand. If you just look at this quickly, you might not be able to tell the difference because of the same super clean design that the Radiant collection is known for, but this collection now has the power of Netatmo built in, and that changes the way that this system talks to each other, and it's really neat. If you're looking to just upgrade a few smart switches around the house, then you're probably better off with going with just the classic Radiant collection. But the reason to go with Legrand with Netatmo built in is because it has the entire home in mind, and this is great for multi-story homes or larger homes with lots of smart switches installed like I have in my house. I have them all throughout the upstairs, and I have them in my kitchen. The big difference is first you'll install a smart gateway, and this will be the brain and main connection to your Wi-Fi router, and this has to be wired in, so I installed this one closest to my router, which is inside this closet. Then all of the switches that you install are now connected to this gateway, and that's important because it creates a relay and now a mesh network throughout the entire home. So the more switches you install, the more robust your connection becomes. Having multiple switches creating a Zigbee mesh helps with performance, especially with switches that are far away from the router. And I'm finding these to be faster and more reliable, and most importantly, it's taking the stress off of my Wi-Fi network, and you also get the benefit of a really easy setup. The new switches just get detected, and with just a few taps, it's added to the network. The next level thing about the system is that it introduces wireless switches to place wherever you want. So I have a wireless switch that turns on my kitchen lights from the garage when I come in. You can just use 3M tape that's included and just stick it right on the wall with no wiring. And any switch that's connected to the system can now be controlled wirelessly. So that's just mind-blowing. They are battery powered, so I know what you're going to say. I don't want to be switching out batteries every month, but these are super low power and the batteries can last up to 8 years, so I wouldn't worry about it. Now, what I love even more is there are wireless automation switches that you can add, like this home and away switch. When I leave my house, I can just hit this away portion of the switch and have it shut off all my lights, or I can customize the action on the Legrand Control app. So if I wanted to leave a few lights on, I could do that too. And this awake and sleep switch is really convenient as well. The app gives you a good amount of options, such as managing the entire home with control over every switch. You can create groups and set up home and away and wake up and sleep scenes easily. You can get smart notifications if you forget to turn off a light for a certain amount of time. You can create action schedules to turn on and off the lights at certain times. So you get everything that you would expect from a modern lighting system and more. Plus the compatibility is great too, because you have Amazon Alexa support, you have Google Assistant, and you also have HomeKit support. So you'll have no problem with integrating this into your smart home. For more info, I'll leave a link down below. Make sure you check it out. They also have a more modern Adorn design, which I didn't think would quite fit this space, but it does look really cool.